I'm a 25-year-old guy, and my girlfriend, 22, and I have been together for 2 years. We moved in together a few months ago, and things were generally great. Sure, we had minor disagreements, but nothing serious. Last weekend, she went on a trip with her college friends to a family-owned lake cabin for a final summer getaway before some of them relocate. It was an all-girls trip, and I was totally cool with it, encouraging her to enjoy herself. But when she returned, something felt wrong right away. She walked in, barely acknowledged me, gave a quick hug, and headed straight to our room to unpack. Normally, she'd be excited to share stories and show me photos, but this time she didn't say she missed me or share any details about the trip. Even during the trip, her texts were short and infrequent, unlike her usual chatty self. Since coming back, she's been distant, not angry, just detached. She's been quiet, not laughing like usual, and seems emotionally flat in our conversations. When I asked about the trip, she brushed it off, saying it was fine and changing the subject. No anecdotes, no pictures, nothing. This is so unlike her. She's usually bursting with stories after any outing. She's also started journaling a lot since returning, which is new for her. She's always been into mindfulness, but this felt different. When I asked if she was okay, she said she was just tired and processing things, which didn't explain much. I gently pushed for more, and she called me too clingy, which hurt because I've never been described that way before. I reached out to her friends, but they dismissed my concerns, telling me not to worry. I'm left wondering what happened on that trip to change her so drastically. She doesn't seem mad at me, but it's like she's a different person now, and she's shutting me out completely. I'm trying not to overreact, but I feel hurt and confused. Should I give her space and stop asking questions? This situation is really painful. Comments where Op responded. Comment 1. I agree with giving her some space, but her distant behavior and zoning out would worry me too. In my experience, my partner shuts down when something's wrong. I'd wait a couple of days, then approach her calmly and say, "Hey, I'm concerned about you. You seem off and I just want to check in. Is something bothering you? I'm here for you." Don't mention the trip specifically, keep it open-ended. She'll either open up or get defensive. If she gets upset, you'll need to step back and decide your next move. Either something happened with her friends or she did something she regrets. Please keep us posted. Op, thanks, I'll update eventually. I'm giving her space for now. Comment 2, trust your instincts. You know her best. What's your gut telling you? Her calling you clingy when you asked questions feels like she's deflecting. I had a similar situation with someone who came back from a trip acting distant and less engaged. It was clear they'd lost interest, but we weren't exclusive, so I just moved on. I'd suggest observing her behavior for a few days. If she stays distant, you'll need to have a serious talk. If she won't communicate, she might be checked out. Also, has your intimate life changed recently? That can be a red flag. Op, I'm hoping she'll open up soon. Our intimate life was great until recently. Since she's been back, she's more reserved, but before the trip, everything was fine and mutual. Comment 3, are her friends single? Op, not sure. She mentioned one friend's boyfriend, so at least one might be in a relationship. Comment 4, your gut is right. No one asks for space unless something's off. Calling you clingy is her way of pushing you away politely. Something happened on that trip that's got her acting this way. If she's talking to her friends but not you, that's a bad sign. She might have cheated and feels guilty but isn't fully remorseful, or she's questioning your relationship. Op, I'm not ready to confront her about cheating yet. She's always said she values our relationship, so I'm trying to step back and trust my instincts. Thanks for your input. Update 1, thanks to everyone who commented or messaged. It helps to get this off my chest. I read all your responses, even if I couldn't reply to everyone. Some were helpful, others made me feel worse, but I appreciate it all. Here's what happened. I didn't plan a big confrontation, it just unfolded. I'd asked one of her friends again if something was up, and she was vague, saying it wasn't her place to tell me. I decided to talk to my girlfriend later. She came home from work acting off again, quiet, barely speaking, skipping the dinner I made and going for a long walk. She showered for a long time afterward and then lay in our room, disengaged. I haven't seen her journal today, which feels insignificant now. I went to her calmly, asking about her day and saying I cared about her and just wanted to understand what was going on. I made it clear I wasn't trying to fight or blame her, just that it felt unfair to be left in the dark when we usually share everything. She mumbled about being tired and not knowing what to say, so I gave her space and went for a walk myself. Later, she started opening up a bit, probably after reflecting. I won't quote her exactly. It feels too personal and I'm still processing it. But essentially, something happened on the trip with her friends. She didn't give explicit details, but it was clear it went far beyond what's okay in a relationship. She mentioned drinking was planned, which I was fine with since we both drink socially, and I've always trusted her to have fun. She's gone to parties and raves before, and it's never been an issue. She's not a heavy drinker around me, and her behavior while drinking has always been reasonable. She said what happened wasn't planned and that she wasn't herself, which made my stomach churn, like she was bracing me for something bad. I pushed her to be honest, saying I deserved to know. She explained the trip started normally, drinking, swimming, sauna, board games, music, typical fun. But later, they played a drinking game with a spin-the-bottle twist involving dares. It started innocently, things like naming a celebrity crush or singing a song, but escalated as they drank more. Dares turned into kissing each other, choosing who to marry, kiss, or kill, and pouring drinks on each other. She admitted she went along with it, thinking it was fun at the time, and not wrong since everyone was consenting and tipsy. She was vague about her own actions, saying she doesn't remember everything clearly due to a hangover, and that she doesn't usually act this way. She seemed ashamed but didn't clarify exactly what she did, which left me confused. There was one friend, let's call her Emma, who I've met and thought was harmless. I asked if Emma was involved, hoping to gauge if everyone was complicit. My girlfriend said Emma didn't participate, left when things got wild and returned later. They talked outside afterward, but nothing happened between them. This detail felt odd and unnecessary to mention. I stayed calm during the talk, didn't yell, just listened. She said she's been feeling awful and didn't know how to tell me. We've been distant since, with this heavy tension between us. I told her I needed space, went for a walk, and now I'm just sitting in the living room avoiding her. Am I doing to her what she did to me? I'm ignoring the issue, but I can't pretend this is okay. I love her and can't imagine life without her. But I don't know if I can see her the same way, not just for what she might have done, but for shutting me out and making me feel crazy for noticing something was wrong. She should have told me right away. This violates our clear boundaries. I'm torn. Should I stay somewhere else tonight? Should I end things immediately? My head's a mess and I'm not confrontational by nature. I don't know how to move forward. I'm not seeking advice, but feel free to share your thoughts. I just needed to write this out. This feels like a nightmare. Edit 1. I called her friend again, this time more forcefully, demanding answers since my girlfriend won't clarify. She said more people, not just their group, joined the trip, but she wouldn't elaborate, telling me to talk to my girlfriend. I was emotional and raised my voice out of frustration. Emma and this friend are the only ones I can contact. I'm exhausted from chasing answers and don't want to go home right now. Edit 2. I'll update later. It's overwhelming and I need to figure out my next steps. I've read your comments and appreciate the support from those who reached out. I'm not looking for advice, just venting. Thanks to those who have been kind. Update 2. This is my final update for closure and for those who followed. I'm staying elsewhere for a few days, maybe longer, while I plan to move on. I had a long talk with Emma, who was sober during the trip and honest with me. She said the group drank heavily, and some girls invited guys staying nearby to join them. Emma didn't know if this was planned or spontaneous. The drinking game got intense with the guys involved. According to Emma, my girlfriend kissed 2 people, a girl, the one who brushed me off when I asked, and a guy. There was heavy touching, beyond playful. Emma left because she felt uneasy and doesn't know what happened after, but it was way past our relationship boundaries. What hurt most was Emma saying my girlfriend wasn't that drunk, just tipsy, laughing, and fully engaged, not coerced. When Emma returned, my girlfriend was still partying hard and incoherent. I confronted my now ex over the phone, telling her I knew what happened and asking her to admit it before I end things. I asked if our relationship meant anything or if she had a drinking problem I didn't know about. She sobbed, saying she could explain if I came home and that she still loves me. I'm done. I can't stay with someone who lies, gaslights, and makes me feel irrational for noticing something's wrong. She should have been honest immediately, not shut me out. Some of you sent support, and I'm grateful. Some mentioned resources I didn't know existed. Thank you, but I'm okay. Others sent hate, called me names, or doubted my story. I shouldn't have shared this online, but it's done. This is my last update. I'm moving forward. Thanks to those who cared and to anyone in a similar situation. You deserve better. Know your worth.